Fab, it's funny because usually Saturday I'm not allowed to come out and play, and also the third day of the draft. I really don't like the way the NFL Network conducts that. They just take it in cards. Oh, it's just in. So I just wait until the dust is settled. But what's really funny about that? Because some of our best picks come out of that day three. But can you see it though? Let's go over them real quick and get to how you felt about today. I didn't go with the UDFAs yet because I'm just like somebody mentioned, there's probably going to be more. But round four, number 134, Spencer Burford, offensive tackle. Burford was a first-team All-Conference USA pick on the offensive line in the 2021 season. Also earning a start at left tackle for the American team in the Reese's Senior Bowl. Now, see, that has clout on the O-line. I'm sorry, Burford helped pave the way for an offense that set a school record for total yards at 6,146 total yards per game. 439 passing yards, 3,577 passing yards per game, 255.5 points scored, 516 and points per game, 36.9. So he's coming from a pretty prolific offense that he played a part of. The play allowed only 2 sacks. Not only that, so that jumps off the page. 2 sacks and 1 quarterback hit and 420 pass blocking snaps, and that according to Pro Football Focus. You got to respect that. NFL analyst Lance Zierlein described Burford as a long-arm guard tackle prospect who is fueled by energy and athletic ability. Burford was the foot quickness and agility teams are looking for as a move blocker. Burford's physical traits and positional flexibility give him a head start in chasing a roster spot. That's Zierlein. He speaks highly of him, unquote. And you look at that and all those intangibles. If this player isn't a Kyle Shanahan offensive player, especially old lineman, I don't know who is. But he's got to survive the process first and be hit by a bunch of people that he's never seen before or seen the likes of. So we'll see how he goes through that in camp and preseason. Round 5, 172. Samuel Womack, cornerback out of Toledo. On day 2 of the draft, the Niners focused on the best player available, selecting USC edge rusher Drake Jackson at pick number 61. As we sat, the LSU running back, also Tyrion Davis Price at number 93. And SEMU wide receiver Danny Gray over the likes of an interior offensive lineman, safety, or cornerback, which, some of us, that kind of behavior had us. Niners, what y'all doing, man? How about that offensive line, bruh? You ain't gonna win no games without offensive line, Kyle. 49ers know what they're doing, though. They got back to attempting to address the serious holes today. With Womack, the Niners finally spotlight the DB position and get a 5'10", 190-pound player who possesses elite speed. I love me some speed. As soon as I see numbers on that 40, I get, yes, that's what I'm talking about. He's got 31 and 7/8-inch arms. The player runs a 4.39. A 4.39. I got my quarterback running a 4.39. Him and Ambry would say, "Come on, man, you can't run, man. You want some of this? Let's go over here and check this out." Can you see Ambry and Womack running down the field, just clowning around, racing? Everybody else looking like, damn. I believe, did Ambry get him? I don't know, man. I couldn't tell. Anyway, as I say, he's got good skills, defending 17 passes in 2021, which led the entirety of the FBS last season, in addition to 2 INTs, which led Toledo. Womack can possess safety versatility in this league with that speed and coverage ability, and is a good fit with his athleticism, which the Niners value in the secondary with their rotations. Womack wasn't as known of a quantity given that he played at Toledo, but he could be a candidate for one of them gyms, fam. This is what they do. The 49ers go around looking around at these schools where you have to ask directions where the campus is as soon as you drive into the city limits. And then they get off of there, they check out things. Whoa, this kid's not bad. I bet you not. I haven't seen anybody else coming in here. You see, this sometimes, you know what? And all of us, if you went through college, you know, a lot of guys that play ball, academically, they weren't cutting it, but the things were set up for them to just get in and get out. Now, a lot of players, they're not really interested in academics to begin with. They just want to play ball, right? So that's how you find some of these gems. And that's not saying, that's not a generalization I'm going to make on all ball players. A lot of, as girls in school, I said, oh, he ain't nothing but another dumb athlete. Come here, girl. Let me explain something to you, okay? Because, like, you used to categorize me in a way that I'm not really happy with, you know. So this happens. You know, great ball players did really want to go to, so the big schools say, can't get you in. But he'll most likely compete for nickelback with Diamador Lenore, who was also drafted in the 5th round last year, and veteran Darqueze Dennard. Round 6, number 187 from Denver, Nick Zakelj, offensive tackle, Fordham. Nick is 6'6" and 1/8 pound, 6'6" and 6'6" and 1/8 inch. Weight 316. Got the size. Positives: generates jarring torque with his inside hand to influence and knock defenders off balance and upfield on hinge blocks. Has a foot quickness and dexterity to mirror, stay light on his hands and rest up the arc. He's got some negatives though, a lot of them. Uneven weight distribution results in leaning, getting off balance, and falling off too many blocks. Consistently falls for stutters and hesitations, biting hard inside or out to provide easy access to his edge. That means the quarterback's in trouble with this guy on the field. Takes choppy steps in his pass set with too much air under his feet. You know what, though? These are coachable things that maybe, I don't know, coaches overlooked because he's just a big, strong kid. And they just wanted to get him in and out of the program, as long as they're winning games, I guess. But that leaves him slow to redirect against counter moves with that kind of flaw. Horrendous tape versus Holy Cross due to disastrous technique and pass protection. Horrendous tape versus Holy Cross due to disastrous technique and pass protection. 2021 stats: 12 starts at left tackle, first team All-Patriot League selection. Notes: first team, as I say, all-team selection in 2019, 2020, and 21. 45 career starts, 38 at left tackle, 7 at right tackle. Overall, Nick Zakelj is a 4-year starter in Fordham's zone run scheme and has for 45 career starts predominantly at left tackle. He flashes that hardcore technique with heavy hands and knock defenders off balance and upfield on hinge blocks with a mean streak to finish. Defenders through the echo of that whistle. He doesn't care. Shades of Richie. Could Nick be another Richie Incognito? Rude, ill-mannered, not especially a good football player, but he frightens the other side of the field and threatens to kill people after the game if they had something to say to him during the game. Richie Incognito's not a good citizen. I would never want to be seen with him in a bar. But the thing is, I like the nastiness of that in my football players as long as it just stays out on the field. Zakelj showed the foot quickness and hand exchange to reset and mirror rushers up the arc against Nebraska at the beginning of the season, but he has had shaky performances against lesser competition, including a terrible game against Holy Cross I mentioned, during which he was unable to protect the corner and pass protection. He is often unbalanced, leaning and uprooted from the ground in pass protection with a bad habit of over or undersetting shifty rushers. He struggles with maintaining his pad level. It goes on and on. I'm looking at I'm not going to read them all. But, you know, it begs the question of what was seen in this player to drag him in. I don't know, man. Camp bodies, we need them, I guess. Who knows? The offensive line coach may say, listen, I'm telling you, I can fix this kid. I mean, they're looking at, as Tony was pointing out yesterday, you look at traits. But I'm not seeing any traits that I'm really happy about here. Round 6, number 220, Kalia Davis, defensive tackle, UCF. He's 6'1", 301 pounds of fun. Davis started UCF's first 5 games of the 2021 season. He recorded 17 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss and 1 sack with 3 quarterback pressures in just 5 games, though. Davis was named an AAC Defensive Player of the Week and earned preseason third-team all-conference honors from Phil Steele and Athlon. NFL analyst Zance Zerline described the Davis performance as, quote, terrific snap quickness. That explosion off the line is everything in the NFL. That creates early advantages with the potential to become full-scale disruptions. Davis is a former linebacker with above-average bend, foot quickness, and athleticism to create mismatches for lumbering guards. So he's gonna get Zakelj cut right from the beginning of this practice. Round 6, number 221, Tariq. Castro-Fields, quarterback, Penn State. Now, that's a good school. Castro-Fields was a first-team All-State and Washington, D.C. All-Metro pick at Riverdale Baptist High School in Maryland before arriving at State College. He played in 12 games as a reserve his true freshman year. 10 tackles, 2 for loss, 1 INT, 3 passes, breakups, and earned 2 starts as a sophomore, 32 tackles, 5 for loss, 7 pass breakups, and 13 appearances. Big Ten coaches voted him honorable mention all-conference for his play in 12 starts as a junior when he tied for the team lead with 8 passes, breakups, in addition to recording 52 tackles, 3 for loss, and 2 INTs. Castro-Fields was an honorable mention selection again in 2020, despite missing all but 3 games with an injury. 12 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and it earned the honor of third time in 2021. 32 tackles, 6 passes, breakups, and 12 starts. He is consistent. He opted out of the team's 2021 bowl game to prepare for the NFL draft. You know, my own conclusion being out of this conference, I'm envisioning another Akello Witherspoon. So, well, you know, maybe not. He seems physical. Remember, when Akello first came into camp, he was not physical, and it was really kind of concerning. But he changed. Akello got better, and this is what you're supposed to do as you come into the pro level. In round number 7, number 262, Brock Purdy, quarterback, Iowa State, of whom was also the final selection of this 2022 NFL draft and was immediately labeled, wait for it, Mr. Irrelevant is a 49er. Some people probably think we've had Mr. Irrelevance all over our roster, but this one is really the legitimate one as per draft. Purdy completed 292 of 407 attempts, 71.7% for 3,188 yards with 19 TDs and 80 INTs through 13 game appearances as a senior last year. Per Sports Reference, Purdy completed 67.7% of his passes for 12,170 yards with 81 touchdowns and 33 INTs through his 4 collegiate seasons. So he's got plenty of seasoning. NFL.com projected the irrelevant man, Purdy, to be a priority free agent. But Kyle said, hey, you know what? He was actually one of the guys we were looking at as a top priority free agent anyway. So we had a 7th round pick. Fam, you know what I balked at, though? But since when do you have an extra pick just laying around? So they used it on Purdy. And we'll see, you know. You can't judge. You can never judge these guys at this particular point. They just got picked up. Let's see what they look like. Because if we did that, we would have never realized, that's Trent Payne. I knew somebody come in and go, yeah, Mr. Irrelevant, he's Jimmy. 2 out of 3 years on a Super Bowl team, but he's Mr. Irrelevant. Can't be a break, guys. Let us now go and check out. I tell you, I didn't do undrafted free agents. Well, I'm about to wait for them to see what happens as the day, see what happens tomorrow. And Jack!
I'm a real American, baby. We did it, baby. We did it.
Jack, it sounds like you like this.
Man.
This thing, huh?
I'm elated today, man. I'm so elated, man. We finished it up strong. That's what we got to do. We got to finish strong. But Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. What happened in Pittsburgh? Steelers got Kenny Pickett to George Pickens. What happened there, man? What's going on with these Pickens, man? And Pickett. But man, I really enjoyed that. I feel like we cleaned it up nice, like we should have, and. You know, my best player is the D lineman, man, Kalia. You know, I mean, Kalia Davis is I think a Pro Bowl in the making. Who's your favorite pick?
You know, I look at this group
in the 4 to 7. In the 4 to 7, I mean the 4 to 7.
The four. Yeah, no, I'm looking at, and I looked at them all, and I was thinking about that the whole time. And Castro-Fields was almost it, but then I looked at. Man, I don't know. Jack, I'm really struggling with this day four because I know I'm going to pick the wrong guy. Because we're going to have one of these guys is going to be good, Jack. Every year, somewhere between 4 and 7, somebody is a bad dude. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the guy at number 4, the first guy they looked at, which was what was it?
Spencer Burford.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with Burford. Because
that dude has major upside. I like what they're doing, man. And you know what? Going back to my guy Kalia, I mean, John Lynch has been waiting. Now that we got rid of DJ Jones for that Warren Sapp guy type of guy that he had in Tampa Bay. And I'm telling you, Kalia Davis can be that guy. I'm really high on this guy. You know, dude, as long as he could just stay healthy, you know, we got the right formula over there. This guy's gonna win, man. With Chris Casero. Oh, man, it's going to be lights out. So keep an eye on my boy.
Lance Zierlein loves him. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And so I like what we did in the later stages. And, you know, as far as the undrafted free agents, I mean, on Chat Sports, I'm not listening to them no more, man, because they're saying, oh, we should have got us some Leon O'Neal from Texas A&M, that safety. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We got him for free. We got him as an undrafted free agent. You know what I'm saying? And if you like to use some Tony Parrish back in the days, Niner fans, strong safety, you know what I'm saying? You're going to like this dude because he loves to hit. He is a little bit slow. You know what I'm saying? That's a knock on him, a couple things. And maybe he can't he's not good against the pass, but the boy can punish. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, these young guys, when they come up, like Goldson, when we had a free safety, he's gonna knock some people out.
That just intrigues me. I love guys that come in and entertain like that.
But yeah, man. Overall, I'm happy with the 4 to 7. We cleaned this up, and we still got Deebo. I don't know what's going to happen with Jimmy, but man, I'm excited, man. It's early as hell in London, so I'm pissing everybody off in the house, but I don't give a damn because this is Ronbo sports till we die, baby. Let's keep it pushing, baby.
Yeah, you know, I get the same pressure on, especially on a Saturday. And you know what, though? These picks, one of these guys, and I know it's always exciting because somewhere between 4 and 7, Jack, your guy could be exactly right. That offensive tackle, he could be right somewhere. And even, who knows? Even Womack might be badass. Some of these guys, I say, here we come, another kilo. You know, but maybe not. Maybe not. Jack? Jack was saying his house is annoyed with him being noisy. Maybe, okay, Jack might have got blasted. And Daryl Smock, the best pick, was keeping Deebo. And Daryl, do you know there's still people running around saying, well, we should have got rid of him? I said, you should have got rid of you. My God. You know what I'll never understand? When players are part of why this team wins, what are people frigging talking about? I have no idea. And OBJ, you see him fanning the flames? Yeah, he's on his way to the Patriots. No, he's not. John.
Ronbo.
John, come on in, man. The ultimate sports report, John. John, come on in, man, because you know what? We're looking at day 4. John, you know one of these guys, maybe even 2, is going to be somebody would say, damn, we got him in the 3rd day. What are you thinking?
Before I talk about the day 3, you know, guys, after the draft ended, the 49ers, just like every team, they sign, you know, free agents from the draft. And Leon O'Neal, I was shocked that, you know, no other team decided to sign him. You know, he's a safety. We need a safety, and we got a safety without using any of our draft picks. So I'm happy we got a safety. Donovan West, a 2nd-round talent, wasn't drafted. So I'm a little bit shocked, but now we got our center for free. And then Jason Poe, a guard, you know, because we lost, you know, Lincoln. So we have strengthened our offensive line. Well, we got some offensive tackles as well. And then we got a safety, and we also drafted 2 cornerbacks. So the first person I want to talk to is Castro-Fields. And I'm not saying he's a bad corner, but he's a good depth piece to have. I'm very excited that we drafted him. Like I really wanted him, but I didn't know he was a fall because this draft, so many great players fell. Like they were not drafting nobody. So I'm glad that we got that corner. The first corner, I don't know anything about him. People say he's like supposed to replace K1 because he's a slot corner. So I don't know. I have a look at the film at him, but if he's a slot corner, the Miko Ryans, they love using the slot corner, so that should be a positive. But again, the offensive tackle from that small school, I don't know anything about him. And of course, I'm liking more and more our first pick in the fourth round from UTSA, Burford.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like him. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he can also play guard as well, even though he's listed as a offensive tackle. Mm-hmm. So the Niners did pretty good. I'm not saying we hit the ball out of the ballpark. There were some questionable decisions. Yesterday, the running back, some people say he's pretty good. I think it was a little bit of an overreach, but we did the same thing with Aaron Banks last year. So I'm not saying, we hit a home run. I think the Niners basically brought a lot of players for depth, like the linebacker / defensive end from USC. I'm starting to understand why people like him, because he can also be that outside linebacker and also can be a pass rusher. So you're seeing, no matter what we do, it's going to be always the trenches when we draft. So the Niners did a pretty good job. I think they just try to just put extra bodies there because I think what happened the last couple of years with the injuries, I think they're just trying to bring in bodies so we don't have to worry about that injury problem. So I'm going to say that they did pretty good. We don't know what's going to happen until the season starts, but at the moment, the Niners got some quality prospects, and I'm glad about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, when you look at, like you mentioned, that Samuel Womack you're talking about, the guy's got crazy speed. That was the problem with Diamador last year. He doesn't have any foot speed. Technique, not bad. He's grizzly, but, so they went and got the same round, got another guy, and yeah, he's going to be competing for the slot. Remember, I think K'Wan Williams was a UDFA when he came into the NFL, and I thought K'Wan was one of the best slots up until last season when I think he was hurt probably or just lost a step. Maybe his time's come. But yeah, those are the guys that come in and shock you with the 49ers picks at any rate. So we'll see what he does.
Mm-hmm. And then also I want to talk about my favorite draft pick. It was yesterday, the wide receiver from SMU. Yeah. That guy, when you watch his film, his tape, I'm not saying he's Deebo Samuel, but he can do screen passes. He can do all those little Kyle plays and run, receivers. Mm-hmm. He can do a lot of those little just catch and run. He's very quick. Yep. He has big strides. So if you're trying to chase him, you better catch up to him because he will use those big legs that he has to march in the end zone. He averaged almost 20 yards a catch at SMU. So I really like him. I wanted the Niners to draft. So I really like that wide receiver.
You do realize if they don't catch him immediately, it's over. He's a 4.33 guy. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, he's very fast as well. Yeah, he was a track star in high school and college. So
can't wait to see him in action. Can't wait. Whoo, man. So, yeah, we got something in him. And also, John, to help you understand why they might have picked up that running back, and they helped me to understand, too, because I was like you. This is to let some of the pressure off. Deebo has made it known. And look, I'm really concerned about doing all these things. So that's why I need to get paid now, because I may not be in the NFL that long. And he's right. John, how many running backs go down a year with the 49ers? Just about all of them every year. So Deebo's thinking.
Like basic, yeah.
Yeah, so the 49ers picked up a bone-crushing running back that's got speed. He can I understand he can run the stretch, and he can bounce off the tackles. He saw from his film yesterday, and that's going to leave Deebo just to do some of the things that he does best, which is usually those crossing routes across the middle of the field and those jet sweeps and things like that. So, because, Mr. Yak is still going to be Mr. Yak. You get him the ball in space and let Deebo do his thing. Now you got a guy that can do that run because we can't depend on Elijah Mitchell to stay on the field for 17 weeks. He's just not going to do it. When he's out there, the line's just going to help you out. They're going to be a great 1-2 punch, John. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I was listening to Cam Ingman, and he said the same thing. The reason why Deebo had to be used as a running back is that everybody was hurt at the running back position. So, and now you have a Ray McLeod who can also be used in that same manner.
Yeah.
We can also use this young receiver at that same manner. And then you're talking about this running back. I was told from someone who is from Louisiana who watches LSU games that he says that dude does a lot of short wide receiver stuff as well. So maybe that's why they reached for him a little bit. So now they have 3 options, and Deebo can be that wide receiver. That's, I think, in my what I've been told.
And it's true. Yeah, you watch his tape, you see what he does. Because that's the name of the game nowadays. Yak masters are coming out of school learning how to do that. Get the ball, get it quick, take the stress off the offensive line, and if you got yak skills, you're going to be a premium pick. It's all over the league. People are running Kyle Shanahan's offense now like crazy. So we'll find out how good he is soon.
All right, Ronbo, it's always great to call in.
Thanks, John. Good to hear from you, too. All right, fam. Well, actually, tomorrow's Sunday's normally my day of freedom. I'll see you tomorrow if you got time.
All right, Ronbo. And, of course, it's Niners all day.
Night, John.
All right.
And I see. Oh, and KN Globe. I like it. No, I'm not even going to pronounce that, okay? Leon O'Neal had a PFF grade of 85.2 in man coverage. Did we pick him up? I haven't looked at the UDFAs because I've been running around like a crazy man. And I just looked at the draft, went over the draft real quick. Barack Obama. Okay, wait, see, this is what Brock tries to trap me. Wait, let me read it. Some of y'all do need Jesus. He's right. I can read the rest. Barack Obama, thanks. Tom Young says the scouting report on Gray is not good. I know, Tommy, I saw those reports. Some of the analysts went right after Gray immediately. Is that he does have drop issues, from what they're saying. Papa D-Ragon. Oh, Papa. Pop, come on in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ronbo. Thanks.
Hey, Papa, I'd be upset if you didn't show up. Bob, your analysis on the day, you know what I'm saying? Because, this is the day when we all say, who is that? And then later on we say, damn, I bet we know who he is now. So, what are you thinking?
I think it's very interesting, the psychology of the fan these days, because, everyone has a computer and has access to PFF, and they fall in love with certain players, and all of a sudden, the minute they don't pick the player we want them to pick, they're stupid, or we hate them, or we're giving F grades before the people even hit the field.
Yep.
I gave my draft grade yesterday because, for the first day, just because, I just liked how they handled it. They didn't panic. They didn't, in my opinion, they didn't overreach. We don't know what happens in these interviews when they have these people come out for visits. I can say this, though. If people come out and visit, that's a real indication who they're really interested in. If they really, getting good with the coaches and stuff like that. So, I can definitely see why the LSU guy got picked a little bit earlier. We saw the Patriots take Taquan Thornton in the second round. He was slated to be like a 5th or 6th rounder. So it's like all these analysis who think this and think that. It's like you kind of have to look at the tape. You got to interview the player, and then you got to see how they're going to fit your team. And there's not many teams right now with depth that the Niners have. So we have to really sit back there and literally say, okay, well, who could actually make the team? Who can beat out Brunskill to play center if he has to get moved there? Who in this draft can do that? And there was one guy who could do it, but he went in the first round. And he was my draft crush. He went to Ravens.
No, not Cole.
No, Thibodeau, I believe is his name.
Oh, Linderbaum. Is it Linderbaum?
No, Linderbaum. I'm sorry, Linderbaum. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him.
Yeah, he's they special.
They picked up Donovan West. Who was quote unquote. I think he was ranked like a 3rd or 4th rounder, and they picked him up as an unrestricted free agent. So there you go. But as far as the draft today, I'm going to say that I really, really like their overall approach to how they handled their business. Again, they didn't do many trades. They didn't suck up assets. They kind of sat and waited. And that's very difficult to do. But again, this draft class is very, very questionable. I honestly believe that Drake Jackson is just as good as the first two guys taken. Maybe better. He may actually get more sacks this year than those two guys.
Anytime you got a guy that big that could turn backflips, good God. I do see him being a menace. I can see him and Nick at some point. Well, yeah, he got a couple more sacks than me today, but it's a long season. I'll catch up. Oh, I want to see that happen so bad.
I hope so. I hope so. So for me, that's really big. I love the fact that they got that running back because to me, they're showing a strong commitment to getting the running back position right. If Trey Sermon isn't right,
ain't that the truth?
Then I think they're going to keep drafting running backs high
every year.
Exactly, but you know what? I can't be mad at that. It's like, to me, I just think that that's smart. As far as today's picks goes, I really liked Spencer in round 4. I think he looked really impressive as a left tackle to me. I mean, he was throwing people around, so he was definitely he was a lot better than the competition he was playing. Big, strong, athletic, can play in 3 positions on the line. Versatility there. Same thing with Nick Zakelj. Again, another versatile guy, but Spencer's tape really jumped off he just jumped off the tape in my opinion when I saw him. I mean, Womack, good. I love the defensive backs. I mean, get these guys in here, get them competing. I mean, people are coming for your job, so it's time you got to pick up your job. I wasn't upset about the safety because again, there's no safety in this draft classes that's going to come in and just start on D'Amico Ryan's club unless they were a top 8 pick. And like I said, outside of the top 8 players, 8 or 9 players, the rest of these guys are really grouped together. So real smart for them to sit and to wait. And the last thing about Jackson, he was a stud at 270 his freshman year, and then the coaching staff comes in, and I've been in that position where coaches said, "Oh, we want you to play 20 pounds lighter." Then you get 20 pounds lighter. "Oh, we want you to play 20 pounds heavier." That is horrible on your body, and that's probably into my college career is the weight fluctuations. So I think ultimately, reason why he dropped because he was projected to be a top 10 pick last year. If he came out, he would have been a top 10 pick, like number 7 or something.
Drake, yeah.
But they came in and started messing with his weight, and then the whole coaching staff rightfully got fired because they had no direction. They had him at defensive end, outside linebacker.
The whole SC program. They did excuse everybody, didn't they? Coaching staff,
yeah. They fired the whole squad. And then I will, I want to just say that for the second year in a row, I got 2 draft picks right in my mock. I did get Jackson right. Because one of the first things I do is I look at who's projected, where they were projected last year. So that's one of my little tricks. Where you projected the year before if you were to come out, and then I find that information. Then after that, I check out if there's any information there about the word like freak, stuff like that.
They used that on Jackson a lot, didn't they? And he was a top 10 pick, so your search is valid. Right. It's a good one.
Yeah, and then like the pickup of Brock Purdy because he was my 7th pick because it's like you need another quarterback to come in and start learning, and I feel that as a 4-year starter, he should definitely be able to hold down the practice squad and hopefully get better and maybe become a trade candidate in the near future. So if he can develop in Kyle's offense and he can elevate him. So
wouldn't that be amazing though? And you're the last guy picked in the draft, and somehow, and the story he would make if he became something special, that would dwarf Tom Brady's story of being a 6th-round pick and all of a sudden becoming the GOAT.
No, that's going to be hard to beat. But Tony Ronbo was free agent. He was undrafted.
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
Happened. It's all about opportunities, getting that opportunity, and then playing. Because some of the best guys just don't get the opportunities or don't get the repeat amount of reps. Yeah, it's opportunities, and the top round guys are going to get it. We don't know about the background guys, but yeah, I'm pretty excited because even their unrestricted free agent list looks good. So I think the 49ers did really well, honestly. I mean, am I upset that they didn't get a safety? No, because they signed a safety. Didn't they? I mean, we have 4 safeties.
Right now. We do. That's what a lot of people. That's why Kwasi can't even get back in for that may be one reason. But the thing is, yeah, we don't need to keep drafting safeties. They're not going to come in and beat the guys in the draft, like you're saying. The quality of this draft, why am I going to bring somebody in just so I can cut him? If I really think he can compete, I bring him in. Otherwise, let him alone.
Right.
Let him go
I mean,
somewhere.
based on what I'm seeing here, Kalia Davis, he'll probably get like the red shirt, injury designation, so he'll stick. And the rest of these guys have a chance to come in and push and compete, if not make the practice squad. And then some of these, there'll be a surprise. Maybe Spencer's our right guard. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So that's the interesting thing about how they handled the draft. They really handled it with a very. It seemed like they had a plan, and they didn't panic. And I can honestly, it was very Pittsburgh Steelers. Very Pittsburgh Steelers like this draft. I think.
That room, the guys in charge of the draft every year, they've become better and better since they started in 2017. 2017, they were kind of random and all over the place. But now you can see there's a lot that goes into what they're doing. And the people are out there looking around for talents. They're going into places, like I mentioned earlier, that you have to ask the directions as to where the campus is, right? So these are the gyms. These are how you find players. So they're doing a great job. So we're going to find out.
And plus I think they have the luxury of saying, hey, we have to be conscious that if we take the best player, can the player actually make our squad?
Right.
And if they talked about it today, it's like, and if they go to the practice squad, they're gone anyway. So we have to be very conscious of that. So we have to draft where we're thin to try to push those players and try to, build those areas up. And they're thin in defensive back, they're thin at running back, they're thin all line. They did a good job.
And now we got traffic jams on those positions. Bob, we're going to go.
Yeah.
But tell you what, I'm going to be looking for you tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to get lots of feedback on what we did. The NFL Network says the 49ers failed again in this year's draft, and we're picking out the Lions to be winning this year's 2022 draft. And then I'm going to throw something at the TV like I always do. So, Bob.
Saying we're going to be 7-9. So
already. God. Bob, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get on this stuff then. All right.
Shout out, hit that like button. Ronbo Sport.
Thanks, fam. Looking forward to Sunday. Oh, God. NG49 says, Purdy, better than Mac Jones and is our backup. Hell, lots of laughs. Thanks for that contribution, fam. I tell you, man, we got another one up here. Chapane, all these Deebo rumors show no one knows anything. And Deebo even came out and said that. How many times? 2 or 3 times? And Deebo should have said, and y'all, don't pay no attention to my brother. You know what? I ain't even talked to me in about a year. Hey, Bill.
Are we sitting here? Hold on a second. Are we sitting here? I'm going to step outside. Give me a minute, Ronbo.
Okay, we'll come back then. Okay.
No, I'm stepping outside. I'm stepping outside now.
Oh, you're going outside? Okay.
All right. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to address the monkey in the room. I know we got a bunch of picks. A lot of those picks we got at the end, we could have got in free agency. Just saying.
You think UDFAs?
Now,
yeah? Okay.
Yeah, we could have got them. Now, I'm going to say something. You may not think we need them, but when you see this kid in the Washington Commanders bang out and start running through people, you're going to be, oh, my goodness, we should have got that guy. Remember the name Cole Turner. Write it down on your calendar.
Cole, yes.
Write it down
on
your notebook. Yeah, write it down. Just write it down. And if he comes out to be a bust, I'll eat some crow. But I promise you he's not. The kid's a stellar. Dude's going to do some work in the NFC East.
Okay. So, Bill, there's probably a few guys like that got away from the 49ers.
No, he is a monster. I will compare him to Walter Payton.
Really?
Tight end. He is strong. He's hard to take down. He is a stud, bro. He would have opened up the pocket for George Kittle and the rest of our offense in many ways. We'll never know because he's not on the team.
But when you see
him start running through the Cowboys, when he starts running through those Cowboys, starts running through those Giants, starts running through...
I would say, Bill told us.
Remember? Remember, he could have traded up to get Cole Turner, and we'd have been all right. You say we don't need him now, which that's okay. But when you see this kid play,
Bill, I didn't say
hard
that.
to take him down.
Not me. Not me. I didn't say we didn't need him.
Anybody else want to say that? Remember, We should have went and got Cole Turner. Now, if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, I'm going to say this. Shanahan should get fired for that because he had every piece to get that. So we don't win it, he should get canned.
But we had this.
Immediately.
We said this 2 years ago, and I'm glad you said it this year because last time you said that we did go to the Super Bowl. A lot, maybe not you last time, but some people said in 2018, 49ers will win the Super Bowl next year. Go to the Super Bowl next year. Shanahan and Lynch and Saleh need to be ran out of here. And of course, next year we got there. So good, get this vibe going.
Well, yeah, okay. All right, well, he better make it to the Super Bowl. He better make it. For passing up on Cole, he better make it. We better have number 6 this coming season. I don't care. I don't want no Green Bay and Kansas City Super Bowl. I don't want to see an All-State Farm Super Bowl. I don't care about that. I want to see the 49ers in there, and if we face the Chiefs, good luck. We can beat them, hopefully. I want to see number 6. It's time. I'm done. I'm done waiting. I'm getting mad. People got to start stepping up. This was crazy. We got all this other stuff. They said we need it. But Cole Turner would open up that offense in a lot of ways, and you'll see in the season. Keep your eye on the Redskin game, not because you're a Redskin fan, but because I want you to check out that kid, Cole Turner. I want you to watch him. Watch him. Watch him, man. Your jaw's going to drop. Your jaw's going to drop. It don't matter who's that quarterback. That kid would be hard to take down. Now, other than that, as far as that's OBJ, that ain't OBJ. That's some troll account.
You think so?
You know
what? You could be right on that, too. Because the guy's annoying.
Patriots don't have the cap room. Patriots don't have the cap room, Ronbo. Sign Deebo.
I don't know what he... You know what, though? Bill, you better be right.
That's probably
that cannot
already...
really be OBJ. But Bill is a blue check mark. I guess you can always forge that, too. But my God, OBJ he's
copy. Only
he's
one I can
obsessed.
see that can do that has all that talent, is Mr. Ready to Blow. It could be a Ready to Blow account.
By the way, is he in here today?
Yeah, probably. He got all that talent because they're a paid fan base. And on top of that, he got all these neat fake photos he could crop. So that sounds like a Ready to Blow account. Don't pay no mind to it.
That's pretty clever, Bill.
Walk away.
Because the thing is, I don't know why he's not concerned with the fact that he hasn't signed with anybody yet. I don't know, he's got that too much time on his hands. Why isn't he trying to recuperate his knee? Anyway, I'm just trying to...
When are you going to be back on?
Back tomorrow, Sunday, as usual.
Sunday. I'll see you then. Give me a 49er shout out. I got to get going, my guy. I got to go somewhere.
All right, Bill. And you got me so psyched up about Cole Turner. I honestly didn't go check him out yesterday because I ran into a lot of other things I was doing. I didn't get around to it. I'm checking him out now as soon as we get done. I want to see what is Bill talking about with Cole Turner. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bill.
And one more thing, Ready to be a clown. Stop making Twitter accounts and calling them the Niners or pretending to be Odell Beckham Jr. because I know that smells a lot like you. Get out of here with that. Y'all have a nice day.
Night, Bill. Wouldn't it be funny if we found out that somebody was pretending to be OBJ? OBJ needs. If I was OBJ, I'd get to find out who that is, get him off of me. Because some of the things that's being said are just outrageously stupid. Hey, Jamie.
Yeah,
Jimmy, I'm glad you told. We've got our speedster. We do. And he's not a little thin guy that can't take a hit. We got a tough guy with speed. But people are saying bad things about Mr. Gray already.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't do that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you saw, maybe, I don't know if you saw my post on Twitch. You know what? People just don't want to see the 49er fan base smile, Where are all these reports?
Yeah.
I didn't even read anything about this before the draft. And now that the 49ers got Gray, the analysts are saying not good things about us. Oh, of course they're not. I mean, that's what they're going to do. He's a 49ers.
They wanted him
on that uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, he sucks.
They wanted him on their team.
Yeah. That's
you were doing the same exact thing I was doing when we picked Gray.
Oh,
I slapped my hands together so hard it hurt.
Oh, so delighted. And he's got a mid-range game,
No,
too.
he
He's
was
not,
not-
just he's not that guy that goes long. He's got a mid-range game. Now, Kyle's looking at that, too. If I can get that ball into his hands midfield and watch everybody else bust their ankles or have a heart attack trying to catch him, oh, God. And he can go long.
If he comes across the middle and he catches that ball with some space, goodbye.
That's exciting stuff.
You know, we picked up a undrafted guy that reminds me of Bourne. Is K Martin or something like that?
Oh, undrafted guy, because I saw a guy also that we picked up in as a draft pick out of Washington, too, as a matter of fact. But, yeah, I haven't looked at the UDFAs yet. You see a Kendrick Bourne in there?
Yeah, well, it's K Martin or something like that. Martin's his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got good hands and he's got good route running, really good route running, but he's kind of slow, you know. He's kind of slow. He's like 4, 5, 6 or something. He's almost just like Bourne.
I'm thinking the wrong position. I was thinking about cornerback. You're saying wide receiver. When you say Kendrick Bourne, what was I thinking?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Hey, another Kendrick Bourne in there? All right. There was a guy in the highlights I saw yesterday.
Undrafted.
Maybe that's the same guy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Gets in and out of routes really quickly.
Makes it back in the squad. You know, the thing is today, I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning to watch this draft this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, that's why
I was up late watching it last night, you know.
Yeah.
So I get up early, make my coffee, and I come in here, and I sit here all day long, and I'm watching I got a whole page of wide receivers I wrote down over here. There's one left that runs just as fast as Gray. He's like 1/10 of a second slower, 1/100th slower, like 1.34 is what he was.
Yeah, I was wondering what is it, 4,
He was
3,
on
4?
there.
I'll take it.
Yeah. He's on there all day. I'm going, dude, if we could get a 4-3 on that side and a 4-3 on that side with Deebo and Ayuk in there and Jennings to break it up, that would be a perfect wide receiver room. All day long, I'm watching them draft these people. They pick 4 people, and he's the best player available all day, Bo Melton, and we don't get him. Guess who got him?
But Kyle wants route runners, too. Now those quick is okay, but you got to be a route runner. They actually taught Marquise Goodwin how to run routes before he left. It's very priority one with Kyle Shanahan. So he's got Ayuk, he's got Deebo, contrary to what some people think. And yeah, even George Kittle runs great route nowadays. So, you got 3 guys that really can do it. Now, if you add one speed element to all of that, now you're a lethal weapon 3.
Yeah, I'm saying the Gray I was happy. I mean, that was it. I was good. But when I watched this guy go all day, and guess who got him?
Don't tell
Seattle.
me the Hawks. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
First thing he's going to say the Hawks. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I got mad and took a nap, and I woke up, and the Hawks got him.
The Hawks got a speedster last year. I don't know what happened to him. The Cardinals got a speedster last year, and they used him a lot. The Rams got a speedster last year. He got hurt. And so everybody in the West knows speed kills. And that's why I was so mad last year. Kyle, you know what? I don't understand. You know what? Everybody else is picking up a speedster. Get a speedster. This year, boy, I said, okay, fine.
Or 2. I wanted the double dip. Because they not all of them make it. You know, if you grab 2, you're for sure going to get one guy that's going to be good. Man. And I was worried about West.
The Chiefs for how long? The Chiefs had Tariq, and they always have another speedster next. So Chiefs had 3 speedsters one year. There's nothing the defense can do with 3. You can't do anything with 2.
All that speed out there.
Yeah,
you can't double everybody. That's what I'm saying. Well, and we got Kittle, and then we got Ayuk's pretty fast, and runs decent routes, and you know what Deebo does if he's still here. He probably should be, but.
Jamie, I assure you, he's going to play. Deebo needs to keep his stock up, so he's not going to sit out. Kyle is going to get him to calm down. I'm confident that everything's going to be fine with Deebo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But, Deebo ain't no blazer, but he seems to run past everybody,
He has other skills besides speed that are very Kyle Shanahan football, so that's fine. He doesn't need to be. But one thing about it, like you say, Jamie, if Deebo gets out in front, we did see him get caught once last year, but it was like an 80-yard romp. He didn't catch him for 70 yards. If you get that much time, he can run fast, but that's too long. But my God, look how far downfield he got. My dang, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I want Deebo to stay. Whatever we got to do, pay the man $25 million and give him his guaranteed money and call it good.
Mm-hmm. Sure
the other guy that was sitting there was West, the center, and I wanted one of those two guys, and I would have been happy in those last four. I mean, I'm happy with the guys we got, right?
Yeah.
They're all good players, and they may have been gone, but we may have been able to get them as undrafteds, but you don't know. But
Yeah.
I just wanted one of those two right there, at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up getting West and undrafted free agents. So, I mean, it was a decent day.
Yeah. And undrafted free agents, how big of a success were we last year with the UDFAs?
I don't think we had anybody make the team, do we?
Yeah. Seems like last year wasn't that good. We've had success with those pickups in recent years, but last year wasn't one of the best years for that. So you're right.
Yeah.
So
the year before, I think we had a couple make the team, but last year we had nothing.
mm-hmm. We got a lot of free agents this year too, Jamie. It's going to affect that group as well.
Yeah. Well, also the wide receiver room, we got that McLeod now.
Mm-hmm.
And then didn't we get that Wilson guy from Dallas? Cedric Wilson or something like that. What was his name?
Well,
Dallas wide receiver?
I can't remember. Did we pick up a
His name's
receiver?
Wilson, last name.
All the guys I'm thinking of as receiver, I don't remember anybody named Wilson, but it doesn't mean you're not right. I'm just can't think. Wilson? Cedric Wilson.
Yeah,
Did
Wilson.
we pick up Cedric Wilson?
It was one of the third or fourth wide receiver off of Dallas. We signed him, I think.
Wait a minute.
Special
Wait a
teamer
minute.
or something.
I do remember something like this.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we did pick up somebody from Dallas. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what? He's going to have to come in and compete, though. Jawan Jennings is going to be hard to move. And Jamie, I'm looking at
That's what I'm
Jawan as
saying. He
being
might
the
not even
last
make the
man on the
team.
totem pole amongst all the other talents that we got. But that's a good last guy on the totem pole. So some of these guys are going to have trouble getting past Jawan. The rest of the guys, there's no chance.
Yeah, and he's 6'3", too. We need a tall guy, tall receiver out there,
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't get to call in yesterday, but I figured I'd call and make sure I got in today.
Glad to have it, Jamie. Tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be back tomorrow as usual. Tomorrow is Sunday. We'll see what happens. The media, don't pay attention to the people tonight, and let's try not to get mad. As 49 fans, we have to learn to endure the media and not let them upset your chemistry. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah, I think that edge guy's gonna be good.
Oh,
I think that edge guy's gonna be good. The guy we got on the first day.
I'm convinced. We're gonna go over that.
Did you see the arms on that guy?
Oh, I loved it sitting on that sofa. Jay, we got to go.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about all that.
Monster
We're
arms.
going to talk about the entire draft tomorrow. All right, fam.
Okay.
Have a
See
good
ya.
night.
Thanks, Ronbo.
Night.
Bye.
Check it out. Harold Murillo is what I like about these young talented players is they are hungry, ready to grind for the 49ers. They make the 49ers a better team. Can't wait. I know, right? Guys that come in, they got overlooked in the latter rounds. And can you imagine what Drake's going to look like? Drake was a top 10 pick from what I found out yesterday, last year. And that's why he had that face on when he got picked up in the second round. And he looked like, oh, maybe he doesn't want to be with us. And the Rams fans hustled, yeah, because he doesn't want to play with the 49ers. He wants to be a Ram. Fly guy.
What's good?
Fly guy, man. I'm going to ask you, man. Here we are, day 3, and picking up players. Did anybody impress you out of this pick other than Bill's favorite guy, Drake? What's his name? I'm laughing about it because I'm going to go check him out when we finish. But, Fly guy, have you ever heard of Cole Turner?
Remember I was saying the 49ers was going to draft a quarterback? I was saying that a long time ago.
Yeah. They do it every year. They're just going to get one in UDFA anyway. Surprised they don't have another in UDFA.
Who they draft last year?
I'm not sure.
Besides Trey Lance. I mean, Trey Lance was last year, right?
Yeah, we brought Sudfeld in, but he came in from another place, another team already. You know what, though?
But
we didn't pick up any rooks last year. That's true. Well,
yeah,
you know what?
that's what I was
Trey
saying.
was the rookie. So there was no point picking up 2 quarterbacks. From
That's
the
what I'm
rookies,
saying.
from the rookie group.
We didn't have a third string quarterback, so I feel like we're gonna go in and draft a QB because Jimmy G either not gonna be here no more. So we needed a third quarterback. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, they gotta either they bring a free agency in or draft one.
Well, you
so
got
they
one
draft
now.
one.
You got him now. You got Sudfeld, you got Lance, and you got Purdy. So there you go. There's your three.
Man, Purdy looked like he might be the starter. That boy look hard. I ain't gonna lie, Purdy look hard.
You know,
I've been watching his highlight all day. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of his clip. He was dynamic. I don't know how he didn't get. Well, you know what? There's gonna be a lot of quarterback position is rough this year. It doesn't matter how good you are. People are looking at everything else they can do to improve their team besides quarterback.
Yeah, because that's what they've been saying. Like the draft is more like buying a lottery ticket. So you just buy it. The people who just go and buy 20, 30 lottery tickets, and they end up giving the person that bought one the lottery ticket. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like we could have a Tom Brady without knowing. To me, like he looks so hard. Like I don't. He don't panic. He scrambled when he his timing is right. When the pocket about to collapse, he gone, and he don't take off before he do all his read first, and then if the read's not open, then he take off. He don't just take off before he look down the field.
Yeah.
Some quarterback would just take off before they. But he looks so smooth. Like that boy looks hard to me.
Yeah, that's very important. Don't be bolting and run, because most quarterbacks who have that ability to run, they know they can always get away like that, and sometimes they're going to miss shots. This is the only thing.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't look down the field. Sometimes they don't look down the field. They just take off.
Unless it's Russell
drop
Wilson.
back and just take off.
Unless it's Wilson or Mahomes. Boy, them boys, they are the package. You know, they got the ability to run, but they got pocket skills as good as anybody in the NFL. So that's the thing.
Man, to me, I ain't gonna lie. To me, Purdy look way better than Lance. That's just my opinion. But Lance is gonna be QB1, but he gonna have some challenge. He gotta show us that this is Lance. You feel me? This is what we gave all this pick for. So he gotta. I mean, Purdy gonna give him a run for his money. Because this guy looks smooth, Ronbo.
I don't know if you watch. Fuck, if that happens, well, no, that will be really. You know, the fan base, if anybody's watching that and they see that, there's going to be some problem. Meanwhile, Jimmy's going to be sitting over the sideline because they can't get rid of him until he demonstrates that he can be traded. Jimmy's sitting over there. You guys got your problems now, don't you?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Same thing the Jets did to Zach Wilson. Remember, Zach Wilson got hurt,
and that dude came in.
And it came in and just shocked the whole world. And then, the head coach already talking about, well, anybody can lose their job. Like,
I know, right? I remember those games. The dude came in.
Yeah,
he looked solid, and I said,
man,
he does look
the
good.
NFL will shock you. This man will come in and just be the starter. I mean, I'm not saying right away, but Lincoln's gonna get his shot. But if Lincoln is not within 5 games, he's not performing like we expected to.
Then
and this man come in and
especially season ticket holders.
Yeah.
Fam, we got a problem. We just discovered. We forgot a frozen frame here. Hold on just a second, Fly Guy.